What's going on, guys? Going to get into the market today, go over flow, SoFi, and obviously we have CPI tomorrow. Just want to talk about how today went. So basically, we are getting that sell-off ever since we kind of double topped on SPX and SPY. So we're seeing that sell-off. The Christmas rally actually, I believe, occurred early December and late November, and now you're kind of seeing a lot of tax loss harvesting, profit taking into the end of the year. And potentially after Christmas, we could get a rally again, or we could see a pop on CPI, but we're just seeing a lot of profit taking in the market. And they had been loading puts all December for 12/19 expiration, so it's interesting that it's definitely playing out now, but a pretty down day for SPY. A couple things I want to talk about. On ES, I was looking at this morning, we hadn't swept the London lows during the London session, and when we couldn't make it above VWAP this morning, paired with this put flow I posted saying they're shorting this pop, it made a lot of sense for us to break down below yesterday's low and obviously take out the other markets' lows. But yeah, this flow was great. Just talking about shorting, the trend was flipping bearish and got into a nice trade here. You know, I work in the office, so obviously couldn't hold this all day, but this ended up going for much more than just $500, but you know, profit's profit, so you got to take it. We're going to get into the other flow for the rest of the market and what we're watching for the rest of the week. So here's what I call golden swings, and basically it's just the largest flow that expires within 2 weeks. So 2-week time frame, 1 million, and it has to be sweeps or splits and out of the money. So if I filter this to at the money or in the money, there's going to be a lot more, but these tend to pay out the best. Now, obviously, 6:57 in the morning, these printed. I don't think NVIDIA, this SPX, or this Tesla have made money yet. Obviously, anything short today paid, especially, these SPY 1.5 million, highly unusual flow. The ones I'm really watching for that came in towards the end of the day, even though we did continue to sell off, is Tesla, SPX, and pretty much this flow right here, and this NVIDIA one. So they haven't paid yet. I'm banking on CPI data coming in cool and ripping the market. I like the risk reward just because we already sold off a ton. So the risk reward for us popping and these paying out seems better. So I did swing a Tesla and NVIDIA call for 12.26. It is a huge gamble, but I'm willing to take that risk based off this flow and us selling off a ton already. So that's what I have for the largest flow of the day. All right, and moving on to SoFi now. Nothing's really changed. We look to be heading towards this uptrend test of this trend line here. We filled the gap on the daily that we've been talking about, this one right here. So we have been talking about that. And SoFi has pretty much been bearish on it in the near term for a few weeks now, just given the chart double topping up here and just pretty much rejecting. So it's heading to our buy zones. It's below previous month value area low, and it's heading towards previous month low. So that would be a perfect trend line retest, this area. Yellow zone is where I'm going to start dollar cost averaging in. Green zone is where I go a little bit heavier, and it could even come down to $20, but I think that'd be a steal. Now we'll see how CPI comes in. Could tank the market, give a really good opportunity to buy in. So that's what I'm watching for SoFi. If we look on the daily, you can see that gap got filled. We still have a gap above, and yeah, it's not looking too hot, but just pulling back in the near term. As far as flow goes for SoFi, let me unfilter this. A lot heavier to the put side today. So short term, bearish, 740K, and then 96K to call side. But this isn't even a lot of flow for the day. But that's what we have on SoFi at the moment. It really all just depends on data tomorrow, but would be excited to get to buy SoFi at these lows again. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Just going to see how the market reacts to CPI tomorrow. Look for an opportunity to buy some dips. We'll see. This tweet was pretty cool. Anthony Noto discussed what SoFi will release over the next year in the crypto space. So they got SoFi Pay, SoFi USD, retail crypto trading, institutional crypto trading, secured lending, staking, and rewards. But yeah, if you want to watch this, you can go to this person's and check it out. But yeah, I think this is just a pullback on SoFi, nothing to be worried about, and that's what we're looking for. So please like and subscribe and have a good one.